Okay, the first game in the story...
Oh, God. Kingdom Hearts Explained? What is this?
Okay, the first game in the storyline is Kingdom Hearts X until you are powerful enough to fight Lord Darkball. Meanwhile, in a dream sequence, you are introduced to the Master, who is a character that doesn't matter. The Master entrusts his prized pupil Hoodmeister with a mysterious box and sends him into the desert. His other pupils, known as the Five Wise Men, then use the Book of Prophecy to go into the future and cast a magic spell in order to save the world from darkness. Soon afterwards, the Five Wise Men turn on each other because of a cat, plunging their armies into conflict and consequently ending the entire world.
I take it you're talking about Kingdom Hearts.
It's a browser game, so obviously it's going to be a little light on the story. Thankfully, they released a tie-in movie 4 years later on the Kingdom Hearts 2.8 collection called Kingdom Hearts X back cover, which explains everything.
You need to pass down that Keyblade to your apprentice and then him to his, so that my eye can see the future.
See, now it all makes sense. The next game is Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep, which was released on the PSP 3 years prior to Kingdom Hearts X. You play as Ventus, who is actually one half of an all-powerful Keyblade called the X-Blade. He is manipulated by the Sith Lord Xehanort, who wishes to combine him with his counterpart Ventus so that he can unlock Kingdom Hearts and start an apocalyptic Keyblade war. In order to become young again, Xehanort takes over this guy's body but fails but becomes young anyway. Then his memory is erased and he is found by Ansem the Wise before the game even started, okay? Meanwhile, Ventus is engaged in a metaphysical battle against his other half who seeks to control him from within his own arm. The battle is lost, but at the last second he shoots his heart power into the zone of the Enders, where Sora absorbs his light ball into himself. Which leads us into Kingdom Hearts 1.5 Final Mix. You play as Sora, Goofy, and Donald Duck as they attempt to save the 7 Disney princesses, each who represent a shard of the X-Blade, which is comprised of 20 shards in total, and isn't made by merging these guys anymore because that game was fake and actually an elaborate dream sequence had by Tigger. Turns out, Sora's friend Riku is actually possessed by Ansem, who is actually Xehanort that got transformed into a Shadow Man 300 years ago. Not to be confused with Ansem the Wise, who is a different guy and he's dead now, but not actually, okay? In order to defeat Ansem, Sora has to unlock his own heart with the Keyblade, which in turn creates a clone of himself called Roxas. Now this is where Kingdom Hearts 358 over 2 days for the Nintendo DS comes in. Roxas is recruited by Zenmis into the Council of Shadows, whose goal is to summon Kingdom Hearts, which is a video game for the PlayStation 2. He then falls into a coma, setting the stage for Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories for the Game Boy Advance. During this, there is also a third game playing out called Kingdom Hearts 0.2 Birth by Sleep, a fragmentary passage for the PlayStation 4. You see, there are now 5 different versions of the main character Sora, the 4th being an imperfect replica of the 3rd version Roxas, and the 5th, Data Sora, who was created by Mickey Mouse in a phone game called Kingdom Hearts Coded.
Gorge.
However, we find out during an introductory sequence in Kingdom Hearts 2 that Roxas was merely the video game persona of Sora, who was unwittingly trapped inside of a computer simulation. It is then revealed that Zenmis is actually Ansem, who is actually one of 2 evil Xehanort clones, neither of which are this Ansem, who is now referred to as Diz. On top of this, there is also a 3rd Xehanort clone called Xeno Douglas, who is a younger version from an alternate timeline. He then conspires with his own self to go back in time and create a second Council of Shadows, consisting of 13 different Xehanort clones, which when merged would recreate the X-Blade, which could then be used to unlock the mysterious box, re-summoning the Master, who is actually the ultimate puppeteer and true antagonist of the entire series, Pumbaa from The Lion King. You see, turns out, Eeyore.
Why did that work? Oh my god. Oh my god. Dunkey is great. All cutscenes, Melody of Memories.